Live from the Texas Cheer Liquors Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
For next week or the week after, Rudy, because I don't want to do post-game shows anyway.
No, after I think that went about how I thought it was gonna go. I mean, it was a great first half. Like, if I'm just looking at it from an entertainment standpoint, and I don't have a dog in the fight, and that first half, that was entertaining football, like back and forth, teams going up and down the field, and then the second half, you had a team that needed a win in the Chargers, and you had a team that was, started booking vacation plans. And the team that needs to go on in the playoffs played like it, and the team that looks like they're ready to go on vacation played like it. So that went after last night with Philly, coming back and beating the Commanders. Today went about how I thought it would go, and they finally took Dak out in the fourth quarter.
What was the final, 34-24?
Something like that. I came upstairs to start connecting with about 2 minutes left.
How did the Cowboys hold the Chargers under 50? It's a miracle. This is a defense that has – I don't want to watch them anymore.
They gave up that 30, though, again, Mike. They added to that 30 points that you were telling us about last week.
Yeah. Another 30-point-plus game, which they lead the NFL in. Matt Eberflus ought to be fired today. They should just go with an interim defensive coordinator the next couple of weeks. Lets the whole world know that they're looking. They decided to move Eberflus into the booth today to call defense.
Didn't help.
No, hopefully this is just a sign that they don't want him on the sideline, because Shoddy doesn't want to look at him until he has to face him face to face in a desk and over a desk and fire him hopefully tomorrow. It's just frustrating when you have a top 5 offense and a quarterback who is still playing at an elite level on the back half of his career and finally stayed healthy this year.
I know.
You field the worst secondary with a bunch of pizzas. They're not a tough defense. They're not a talented defense. They're not a well-coached defense. They're a bad defense. And I'm so glad they're eliminated now from contention after the Eagles won last night. They play next week. They play the week after. I won't watch a play. I don't give a shit. I'm 51 years old. Hopefully I'll live 30 more years or longer, and I'm not going to spend the time I've got watching the Dallas Cowboys unless I'm getting paid to do so, or they are technically not eliminated from the playoffs. Because once they're eliminated from sponsorships, I have way more better things to do.
The only way that I think I'll watch is if they decide to roll with backups, just to see, it's like preseason. Let me see, just to see, okay, is there anybody on the team worth keeping? Is there anybody that Matt Eberflus should have been playing on defense? Is there anybody Shoddy should have incorporated into the offense? I don't know. I'm trying to find reasons. I'm reaching. It's a go-go gadget reach, but I wouldn't mind seeing. And, Milton comes in and promptly fumbles the ball. There's a reason why New England was like, yeah, y'all can have him. Y'all can have him for a never round pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No problem. Take him. So, yeah, man, ugly season. They can never get on the same page. One year the defense is really good and the offense sucks, and it's a mess, man. It's a mess, and it all starts up top in that booth with the Johnny Walker Blue.
Absolutely.
Another season of, diehard Cowboy fans, being let down, man. How long can you do it?
I don't want to, and I wouldn't, except we live in an area and 80% of our viewer base likes them and watches all their games for some reason, and the whole country wants to watch them for some reason. They lead the nation in ratings again. I don't want to. I'm done with them. I don't want to watch them. They're not worth my time. I'm too intelligent to watch them. Because you wouldn't continue working as an employee for someone like that. Eventually, you would have quit by now and found another job.
Absolutely.
we're smart men, you and me. We're grown men. We're professionals. We're business owners. We have families. We have pretty good perspective, I think. I'm not saying that you and I are the two most intelligent guys in town, but we're pretty smart guys. We don't tend to do things over and over and over that are futile. We don't tend to do that. But our viewership, where we are in this, where we are geographically, and the team that we cover, they have a fan base that is never, ever going to go away. It's always going to be there for them. They don't have to change their culture when their fan base will not stop worshiping them. They don't have to worry about sponsors dropping because their ratings are always going to be huge.
It was 50-something million on Thanksgiving.
I want to punch. I know we don't do people I want to punch on Cowboys postgame show. I want to punch every single Dallas Cowboys fan that continues to watch them and keep their ratings high, forcing Rudy and I to waste a Sunday on a beautiful day in San Antonio in which it's in the low 70s, no wind, no wind chill, bright sunshine, and my ass was stuck in here having to watch that. Added Cowboys fans for making them so fucking popular that I'm forced to watch them because our show gets a lot of views when we talk about them. And it sucks. I feel like I'm trapped. I'm trapped by Cowboys fans, Rudy. And
Henry's mustache starting off with a great comment. He said, I feel like I'm watching last year's show.
You can just play the show on a loop.
You could play that. Actually, Henry, Mike was doing this at McFinnigan's the couple like 6 months before I came along.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet it was saying the same stuff. This is around the time they were about to lose to Green Bay in the playoff. So Henry, it's not just last year, brother. That's a great comment. It's probably the last 3 years. Except, is this 2 years in a row now? No playoffs? They didn't make the playoffs last year. Right?
Henry's watching 7 of the last 9 end of season shows.
They didn't make the playoffs last year, right?
No.
Okay.
Dak got hurt. They didn't even get close.
That's right.
This 7 of the last 9 seasons, 6 of the last 8, something like this. This is the conversation we have every stinking time. Every time. At least now their asses are done with 2 games left in the regular season. And so I don't have to ruin my New Year's by giving a damn about them. Because I can quit today when we log off. I'm done with them. Unless they make some big news story, which they will, because that's what they care more about that than winning games. They'll have some big news item. The only time I actually have fun talking about them anymore is the offseason. Talking about potential trades and free agency and the draft, because the season sucks. The seasons are brutal. Last season when Dak went down and we all knew McCarthy was a lame duck coach and they had 8 games that didn't matter. And then this year, fielding the worst secondary they've ever fielded, certainly in my lifetime, the futility of having to watch poor Dak score 30 points a week only to lose 2 out of 3 weeks. It's just brutal. The seasons are brutal. I'm glad that I know they have 2 regular season games, but I think you know what I'm saying. I enjoy the offseason. I'll talk Cowboys all day during, April. I'll talk Cowboys all day during training camp. And then you get the games going, and it's just not any fun. We had one stretch this year of 3 games where they actually played well, both defensively and offensively, and they had the 3-game win streak. But the 6 or 7 games before that, the last month, it's just brutal talking about this team after their games. I don't want to do it anymore, at least not until next August.
Yeah, what a wasted season for 4. 4 had a great season.
Terrible.
Again, I'd be shocked if he plays again this season, but 4 season down, and it's because that position's so hard, and if you just look around the league at teams that don't know what to do at quarterback, you look at the Giants. I could go down the Browns. I could go down the list of teams, the Raiders, that don't know what to do at that position. When you do get a solid year at that position and you waste it, that's golden. It's like losing a Powerball ticket. It's like losing a Powerball ticket because that doesn't happen often, man. That position is too hard to flush a season down the drain with 3 games left. It's one thing the last game of the season, two teams win that didn't, somebody tied, somebody loses, and you get bounced. But you've been eliminated for three games that don't matter. That's not what good football teams are made of.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I think I'm going to get back into fantasy football next season. Henry just mentioned something. Because I don't have any. Because right now it's hard for me to give it. It's hard for me to stay locked in when I'm having to focus on the Cowboys.
You know what? That's true. That may not be a bad idea.
I won't be so pissed off every year at this time. I mean, we got Christmas and New Year's, and I'm always pissed off this time of the year because of the Dallas Cowboys. And maybe if I have a fantasy team, or we have like an in the building fantasy league, it'll give me another reason to. It'll give me a reason to not give a damn about the Cowboys, when it comes to the NFL.
The survivor pool kept me going. That was fun. We'll definitely do that again.
The first 6 weeks.
Yeah, the survivor pool is fun. And I'm so anti-fantasy, but that's a good point, Henry. Maybe I stay locked in because right now, we had the college football playoff start last night, which we'll get into all that tomorrow. The Spurs are good. It's tough to stay locked in with this right now. Like, get me to the – I'm not right now. I'm on – I wish I had, Adam Sandler's click remote. Fast forward me to the playoffs because I have no time for these last 2 weeks.
No. I almost feel like next year we should just – let's go against the grain and just talk NFL on Sundays. And
I'm down with that.
The Cowboys, we do. If they do anything of note, we'll mention them. They rarely do anything of note. They're all, well, except for the sensational news stories and the trades and the bitching on social media, and Jerry Jones and his little cat fights with people like Trayvon Diggs made that guy stand there for the last 3 weeks as a healthy scratch, only to start him today in a game that didn't matter whatsoever.
Dude.
We're going to move Matt Eberflus into the booth because he'll do a better job, but we're going to wait until we're already eliminated to do that. It's just I don't want to talk about them anymore. If I do, I just want them to be part of my NFL talk, not an exclusive Cowboys only show. I'm not doing a Cowboy show next year. Let's do an NFL wrap-up podcast next year on Sunday.
Yeah, why did they start him today?
I have no idea. He's not any good. He's so washed. He doesn't give a shit. He's got a lot of money. He doesn't care. He quit last year. But they don't have anybody else that's worth a damn. And Deron Bland didn't play today because now all of a sudden he's hurt again. I don't like them. I'm not a fan of them. I don't want to watch their games. If all of a sudden you won the lottery and you're like, hey, man, I won the lottery, you give me $50K, right? At least.
Of course.
Okay, cool.
More than that.
Okay, cool. All right. If I win the Powerball, I'm going to give you $1 million of it.
Same deal.
That's going to be my way of telling you I love you and I'm happy we have a company. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Same deal. Pinky swear, I got you.
Still keep doing shows because I love the show.
But if I have enough money to not have to worry about them, that helps.
Correct. And poor legacy pools are like, well, we ain't gonna sponsor y'all next year.
Damn.
Well,
hopefully.
Jump into our NFL show next year, legacy pool.
Yeah.
I cannot sit up here and talk Cowboys this much anymore. They don't deserve it. I don't want to. They've run me off. I don't care. I don't care.
No, NFL wrap up will work too. And people love the NFL because of gambling, fantasy, and just because.
I'd rather do a gambling show, like an NFL gambling show.
Bookie he just got a boner. Bookie's like, oh man, he's in for that. He didn't watch one. He admitted he didn't watch 1 second of this game today, and I don't blame him. He's just like, I'm just here to produce the show.
He's not sweating. He's not mad. He's not cursing out loud in his own home because he's not beaten down by watching these people. He doesn't have to host the show. Next year we might just do an in the building Sunday edition and talk about whatever.
Yeah.
F Cowboys. I'm done doing exclusive Cowboys talk. I don't want to do it. Even if we have sponsors and the money's good. I don't want to.
No, I got you.
I'm too old to talk about them on a daily basis all the time. It's futile. It's a waste of money.
But the thing is that, see, you brought up April. They'll do something in April. They'll do something in May. And I'll be like, that might work. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, I'm hooked again. Just like this year when they went on that 3-game run, I was like, we got something, we got action. And then the Detroit Lions come along, you know what I mean? And
Reality.
it all goes to hell.
Yeah, reality kicked in. They got some reinforcements. They had a lot of guys hurt, and then they made the trades, which was great. And so for about 3 weeks, we saw the difference in that. And then all of a sudden, once those guys got into the rotation, got back from injury, the new guys that we traded for got here. Then about 3 or 4 weeks into that, then we all the coaching staffs that they played had tape on them. It all kind of wore off. Reality kicked back in. And oh, by the way, we might have the worst defensive coordinator in football. There's no way he's the DC next year, which means a whole new defensive coordinator, which means how many years have they had a new defensive coordinator now? 5 out of 7, 4 out of 5 years. They've had a new defensive coordinator, whole new scheme to learn, whole new plays to learn. It's right back to square one every stinking year. Every year.
Are you more mad at the Cowboys or the CFP committee?
See, why you want to do that to me on a Sunday? This is the Sabbath, Lord's Day. I'm gonna start saying GD.
As death by fire, death by drowning. Who do you hate more?
You know what? Honestly, I think I'm more upset with the college football committee.
Okay.
Because the Cowboys are just a team by themselves, with their own stupid management. Whereas the college football thing, that's the governing body that runs them.
Right.
They're all screwed up. I'm more angry with the playoff committee and the rules and the system for sure.
Okay. Wonder.
And I don't have to talk. We don't do a show exclusively about them once a week.
True.
You're right. Yeah, that was fun. The draft will be fun. Off-season free agency will be fun. I'm talking about the Cowboys. The Cowboys will probably bring in a free agent or two. We'll talk about them then. The Cowboys will have a draft in April. We'll talk about that. Mini camps, that kind of thing. Training camp, in the summer. That'll be great. But it's the seasons that suck. The Dallas Cowboys are not serious about winning games. They're not serious about winning playoff games. They're not. They're just not. Because if they were, they wouldn't operate the way they do. Because the Cowboys are not serious about their games, I'm not watching them anymore unless I have to. But I am interested in their offseason because that's all that really matters to me when it comes to them, because the seasons are brutal and they're not enjoyable. And they increase my anxiety, they increase my anger, and these are the things, Rudy, that will lead to bad health at my age, and I can't do it. It ain't me, it's them. I'm out.
Who would you like to see back on the defense? You don't have to name them all. I mean, there's 15 guys, but
who gets to return?
Yeah, who you want? Because this was bad all around. But who do you want back?
The
defensive line is fine, right? You're okay with all of them. The
entire defensive line gets to return.
Then everybody back can get their shine box, linebacker, secondary, everybody.
All of them. All 7 of the other starters. Overshown, he got concussed again today. He can't ever trust he's going to stay healthy. Wilson, the white boy they traded for, he's just a guy. I was happy they traded for him just because he was someone new.
Just someone new, yeah.
That's it, yeah. But he's not. I'm not married to him.
Secondary.
If they released every single safety and corner they had, cool with me. You can't get worse than the Dallas Cowboys of 2025, so you might as well fire all of them. You start with the defensive coordinator. You actually hire the best guy available, not some guy who knew Marty, your daddy, 20 years ago, or someone who's good with Jerry at the bar. Actually bring in a defensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. Unlike last year at this time, when we're pissed off and McCarthy gets, when Mike Zimmer finished his 1 year, the Cowboys decided to switch coordinators last year. And so what do? They go find the best guy available, or they interview all these young, new, innovative minds in today's NFL. No, they go dig up Mike Zimmer from the grave and run him out there for a year, and it was a debacle. They're not serious. And so I can't be serious about their games anymore when they're not a serious organization. They're about making news through trades or free agency pickups or rumors or fights on the internet. That's what matters to them the most. So I propose that going forth as a company, we focus on the Cowboys buffoonery, because that's the only thing that brings me any joy, because it's funny. I am going to give a shit about their actual games though anymore. Their commute to the stadium's fun because Jerry rides a helicopter that he had personally built for himself. You know, I'm just going to get into the Cowboy shenanigans. It's the only thing.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I don't care about the games.
Do you want to even franchise Pickens, or he could shine? Do you even want to franchise him? Obviously, they're not going to do long term, but do you even want to franchise him at this point?
Funny how all of a sudden the pressure went off and he found a way to get open all day, huh?
Yeah.
I'm down with franchise tagging him. There ain't
Same.
no way I give him a long-term extension with
No.
$80 million guaranteed. No. He wants to make 28 next year on a one-year deal. Cool. I can do that as a franchise tag. But if he throws a fit about it, then he can go. He can tear his ass. And I know he's good, but what did it get them? It got them 6-8-1 after 15 games.
Who would you rather franchise tag? And in this scenario, you have to lose the other person, George Pickens or Aubrey.
I would rather franchise tag George Pickens. He still has more of an impact on the game than the kicker. I can find good kickers. Is Aubrey an unrestricted free agent?
I believe so, yes. This is last year's deal.
I'm agree with Mike. Don't get me wrong. I love Aubrey. He was my favorite player the first few weeks. But the Pickens don't grow on trees, and I'm not saying the Aubreys do either. But if you're making me choose, you're putting a gun to my head. Yeah, I can find me a guy that can hit me some 40 yarders. I might not find the guy that can hit 65 yarders like Aubrey can, but I can find me a guy to hit me consistently, be good at 40-something yards. So I would go with Pickens. But Mike brought up something on Thursday or Friday, drafting a running back. Now, I still wouldn't do it first round because there's not even holes in the defense. There's a pothole in that defense. So I'm still going defense first round, but third or fourth round, I'm taking a running back. I'm with you on that, and I love what Javonte Williams did, but more depth there wouldn't hurt because again, we talked about Dak's numbers with the play action pass. He's a better quarterback when the run game's going well. So definitely taking a running back as early as the third for sure.
Or bring someone in that's worth a damn.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But do you trust them? No. This franchise last year tried to get running back help, and what did they do? They went and brought in Zeke Elliott, who
that was dumb.
Start for Judson High School right now. He's so washed. Again, I went through this last year. You're not serious. Jerry's just having fun out there because you need a defensive coordinator again. So you bring in Mike Zimmer. That's not who McCarthy wanted. That's who Jerry wanted. You needed a platoon running back to spell the other guy you had. So you go dig Zeke Elliott back up. That's because Jerry likes him personally, And so back to what you just said, Rudy, I agree. They've got to get Javonte Williams some help.
Yeah.
He's banged up. And Miles Sanders was washed. That was failed. They drafted
Malik too little.
Jaden Blue sucks. Malik Davis is too tiny. He can't block He can't block a bearded dragon in a fish tank, much less a football player in the open field. I'm done with their games. I'm not going to let Cowboy football ruin my Sundays anymore. And people are laughing like, whatever, you've said this forever. The only reason we're doing this show is because we got awesome partners.
Shout out to Legacy Pools.
Antonio, my ass, I would not have been watching this game today if not for Legacy Pools. Thank God for Legacy Pools. That was my interest. I forced myself to watch and have an interest, knowing that we would have people watching. And we have a great partner like Legacy Pools of San Antonio. If you are interested in looking into pools, remember Clark Griswold on Christmas vacation, he used his bonus right around Christmas to put a down payment on a pool. Remember? He's dating the chick in the red bikini. He's picturing that beautiful pool.
Yeah.
Of course, his boss was an a-hole, didn't give him the bonus, but then the boss changed his mind at the end, and Clark got 20% more. And Clark went and got him a nice pool put in. Be Clark Griswold this Christmas. Go look at Legacy Pools of San Antonio about getting the backyard scene of your dreams. And not just the pool either. They build landscapes out there, kitchen sets, a whole, what's the phrase you always use, Rudy? I should know like that. It's a skate. They build an outdoor.
To me, it's a man's me time.
Yeah.
They build that. Yeah. It's a man cave outside.
Yes. Correct.
It's an outdoor man cave for most time. I mean, obviously wives go out there too. I'm not trying to exclude the women, but most time you have your buddies over, y'all on the patio, you're having cigars, looking at a beautiful pool, looking at a beautiful outdoor kitchen, got the grill under there. Legacy Pools can take care of all of that. That's every man's dream. I don't care what anybody says.
Absolutely. And that's great. And from the family standpoint, it's beautiful.
Family standpoint as well, right.
Drinking a beer, sitting there at your outdoor kitchen, watching your kids have a ball in that pool. And oh, by the way, they will build you a heater for free if you mention in the building at Legacy Pools of San Antonio, Texas. A family-owned, it's a married couple that co-own this company. They customize your backyard scene and turn it into paradise. It is Legacy Pools of San Antonio.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at the stuff they do. Nothing they can't do. These modern, cool looking like ritzy hotel pools, big, huge grottos, or regular old, just good old family shaped pools, whatever you can dream, they can design over at Legacy Pools. All right. You want to jump in here into the super chat? Lots of people are in here. You can shoot us a tip while you're in here. The official Russian oligarch in the building just shot us $50. What's up, Rib?
Thank you, Rib.
Another failed year, 30 years and counting. Yeah, you know what? And failed doesn't mean they didn't go to the Super Bowl. That's not even the expectation anymore.
No.
I just like to see them win a playoff game at this point. That would be awesome. Win your division, win a playoff game, and then play well and get beat in the second round. Wouldn't we all love to see that around here as Cowboys fans? Wouldn't that be great? That would make me interested again in watching your game.
Yeah, the last time it was a wild card game at home, Green Bay throws up damn near 100 on them and run them out the stadium. They did have the 2 years of San Fran in the divisional round, but that seems like so long ago now.
Mm-hmm. Louis Flores is in here. Thank you, man. Thank you guys for your time. Nice win for my Chargers. Okay.
Shout out to Luis.
Good luck to your Chargers. I don't trust Justin Herbert. He's a tough kid. He's 6'6". He throws the ball 100 yards on a rope. I need to see that dude win some playoff games before I can think he's going to win any. Does that make sense?
A lot of sense.
You win some, I don't expect you to win any because he hasn't. We'll see what the Harbaugh impact this year in his second year with Herbert has. My boy Henry, he's been the star of the show today. What's up, Henry? For already reading my chats, such shall have to do a show on this beautiful day.
It's cool.
There's still some sunlight to be had out there.
For sure.
David's in the building. So sad. I'm 26 and never seen the Cowboys win a championship, not even a conference championship. Player, you ain't seen them playing it. You ain't even seen them lose in the conference championship. How many in 26 years? How many playoff games have they won? Romo beat the Eagles.
7.
Romo won 2. I think. Did Romo win 2?
Maybe, but he had a couple buys too. I mean, he had the one bye.
Yeah. So, but how many teams did he win? I know he beat the Eagles one time in a wild card game. I think that they beat. Who else did Romo beat?
5.
5 playoff wins in 26 years?
5. 2009 season, wild card versus the Eagles.
I was there. Yep.
2014 wild card versus the Lions.
Beat the Lions on a controversial call. Yep.
2018 wild card versus the Seahawks.
Okay. Yep.
I'm not going to say wild card again because all of these are wild card. But against the 2022 against the Buccaneers.
And Tom Brady's
2023 against the Lions.
Right.
So only 5 playoff wins. Well, again, Dak had the year they lost to Green Bay. Dak had the bye because they won the division. I know Romo the year Patrick Creighton dropped that third down ball. The Cowboys had the bye. So those aren't technically wins. So again, let's say I include those, it would be 8, maybe. maybe 8 if I include the buys. You know what I mean?
Because giving them credit for a bye.
No, I mean they won. You know, they were high enough to get a bye. So in the wild card, and they were high enough to get a bye in the wild card.
Yeah,
so.
and left a giant steaming turd on the blue star at midfield in that game they played.
Yeah,
and it's been so long now. I don't even recall like the last time they won a playoff game. They beat Detroit, right? 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't even remember because they didn't go to the playoffs last year. They're not going this year. The last time they were in the playoffs was 3 years ago when Dak threw 5 interceptions and they got beat up 80-7 by the Packers at home.
I think that was Jordan Love's first year starting. It's crazy.
Yeah, Love looked like Bart Starr and Dak looked like Joe Milton. Yeah. Completely out-coached, outclassed, didn't show up. And it's just there's just been zero reason to care about them. Again, and it's not me. They don't take this serious. So why should anyone? I'm not. From now on, we're going to keep up. We're just going to be we're going to be TMZ, keeping up with the Cowboys. That's what they care most about.
We can call it that. That's a great name. Keeping up. That's a great name for the segment. Keeping up with the Cowboys, because we treat it like keeping up with the Kardashians.
Keeping up
with a bunch of fluff bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just going forth. I'll talk draft. I'll talk free agency. But when it comes to the games, it's too beautiful out here today to sit here and watch a game that don't matter 3 weeks before the season ends because your organization has no idea how to field a secondary. If they had a secondary just half-ass, the Cowboys win the division. The Eagles are down this year, as good as the offense was this year, with having only one good running back and offensive linemen in and out of the lineup because of injuries and stuff. They could have won the division.
The Eagles didn't look good yesterday against the Commanders.
No, had they had a half-ass defense, Dallas wins 11 games.
Rough. What a season.
What a season. All right, I'm going to go enjoy the sunshine.
Me too.
What are you doing the rest of the day?
I'm down for actually, since we're talking NFL gumbo, I'm gonna go check the Jaguars and Broncos. I'm gonna see what the Jaguars look like against this Broncos defense.
Good. Go watch two teams that give a shit.
Yeah.
Go watch two teams that do the right things, that make football. They don't always do the right things. Look at Jacksonville's been horrible for years.
Right.
At least they go hire the best guy they can get. The Jaguars are trying to be great.
Yeah.
They're chasing greatness. They're trying.
But I cannot wait for tomorrow's show. Aggies, Sooners, James Madison, Tulane. I can't wait for tomorrow's show. I'm fired up for tomorrow's show.
We're going scorched earth tomorrow on the football committee. Absolutely. Yeah. And I got a bunch of jackasses I want to expose on Twitter too.
Really? Okay, good. I love those. I love those days.
Apologies. A bunch of sheep. Meh. Bunch of sheep. Hey, look at that. My boy Rib with another 50 spot. Thank you, Holmes. Thanks for the show. Wife's dragging me to Siberian Orchestra. Oh,
hey, I've heard that's pretty cool, man. I wouldn't say dragging, Rib. I've heard that is great.
Take a gummy right before it starts. Yes, sir.
You trying to get Rib high?
I have a good Trans-Siberian Orchestra on a gummy. It'd be bomb. I've
heard it's good.
Oh, go into it with an open mind, Rib, or pop a gummy, or do what I used to do when I have to go to see kid movies. Take a flask, put your favorite hooch in there, and slide it in your boot, and you'll be fine. That'll be a good show.
Absolutely.
Is it really 3 hours long?
I think so.
Siberian Orchestra's 3 hours?
I think so.
What a bunch of arrogant bastards. Nothing's that.
Oh, shit.
Rib, pop a gummy or take a shot of whiskey. Tell her you got to take a dump halfway through and just go out in the hall and chill for a bit. Then you can come in and enjoy the rest. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
All right. Bouquet, I'm going to call you in a minute. I got stuff to talk about.
Lovely.
Cool. I just hear that little voice of his. I don't see him. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Rudy and I back tomorrow, 10 a.m. We're within the building. We'll do this a little bit, and we'll talk college playoffs and see how long I get mad and we move on to other things. I'm frustrated with the ineptitude of football right now. Football's not fun.
Amen.
Yeah. All right, love y'all hard. Thanks, everybody. Cowboys are done. They get blown out today by the Chargers. They're done. They got 2 meaningless games coming up. We will not do post-game shows unless Rib wants to keep giving us hundreds of dollars. That's the only reason I'll do it. All right, we're done. Love y'all hard. See y'all later. See you tomorrow.
We got to keep on doing. You can